for me.
And of anything else at bigger prices, does anything catch your eye? We've got a Cityscape and a Ribchester in here, interestingly enough. But does anything catch your eye or not?
And 3 Max, a Pride of Dubai. So we've got plenty of flatbread
Telescope
type of horses.
Yeah.
To be honest, you know, like 3 Max has only had 1 start over hurdles, was lowly rated on the flat. You know, a lot of these would be better off running, you know, in their own grade when they get a handicap mark. A lot of these are yet to get their mark. I thought it was interesting that Alex Dunn went for a novice hurdle rather than a handicap with 119. To me, that suggests that she probably thinks on homework maybe 119's a bit high. Bill Turner has got the 3rd favourite horse rated 100. I mean, again, you're not running in your grade, you're running in a novice. So, it suggests we've got a very low level novice here, but I just think the favourite needs to be winning.
And there's a few in here that could do with settling, likes of Blue Anchor would definitely be one of those. Beautiful Surprise has got a hood on for the first time, and so has Aigiorni. So there's a few of those with headgear on here. Not too far away from it. The thoughts of Rachel before race number 2.
Yes, indeed. They're down at the start, and Walk of No Shame. Megan pointed out actually was cantering down really nicely to the start. She had been on her toes in the paddock, but she looked really well, looked just really enthusiastic about heading off again, of course, on the back of that success. A very good win at Linkfield last time. I don't think it's a very, very strong race. Obviously, looking at the betting, and they're just bringing in, what, 4 at the top that might have a chance, and I think Megan's pointed out with Bypass, who's had 13 starts now, this filly representing Bill Turner. So I think it wanted a bigger prize that if she was to go well, I wouldn't be surprised, and that is Anthony Honeyball's mare. She's got the hood on for the first time. She has got the tongue tie, and I know the form under rules is nothing to shout about, but she has got that Irish point win. Sometimes it doesn't always count for a lot, but I feel with her, she looked well. We saw her getting the sheet off, the rug off, and I thought she looked quite well at a very big price. But ultimately, Walk of No Shame, the way she won last time and just what she's done through the preliminaries, you'd expect her to go on and win again and make it 3 wins from 7 career starts as we see them just down at the start. This is probably one of the biggest fields of the day. And the starters flag is up, so we are good to go. Let's join John for the call.
Rachel, afternoon to you. I'm really sorry I missed you for the first race there. That's completely my fault, but I hope you're well. Yeah, this Walk of No Shame, whisper it quietly, but John Joe could do with a winner. Not exactly stacking up the winners at the moment. Pretty quiet for that yard. Maybe things will change here. They're off and racing. And Walk of No Shame was gifted a clear lead in the early stages coming down towards the first. It's a long run to it. Only Bypass anywhere near the favourite at the moment. Sniper Points watching on from 3rd place. Aigiorni is next, together with Beautiful Surprise, now ridden by Dave Noonan. After Beautiful Surprise, races Stop Her and Go. And those at the back include 3 Max as they take the first now. Favourite had a long look at that and lost the lead. Now going on is Bypass ahead of Walk of No Shame. To the second, and the back markers include Blue Anchor and also Lady Amy, last of all. Flight number 2 then, Bypass, and Ben French Davis has taken a clear lead now, coming towards the second. In second place, a big exuberant jump from Walk of No Shame, who remains clear second best at the moment. Sniper Point and the improving 3 Max coming up now to take closer order. 5th place for Beautiful Surprise. In 6th is Stop Her and Go. 7th for Aigiorni, and then the 2 at the back of Blue Anchor and Lady Amy, just about last of all, as they race away now down the side of the course. So Bypass leads, but now in a clear second place is 3 Max, who's been taking closer order throughout the last quarter of a mile. Walk of No Shame then back in 3rd place and Sniper Point in 4th. The other 5 runners a little bit adrift. Beautiful Surprise heads the remainder. Stop Her and Go, Aigiorni, Blue Anchor, Lady Amy the order as they now race on towards the first of 3 flights down the far side of the track. Bypass, 3 Max, Sniper Point and Walk of No Shame the order as they take this first one down the far side. A really deliberate jump from Beautiful Surprise. That was the one who was really slow over that. encouraged along to regain the lost ground immediately as they come to the middle flight down the far side. So Bypass leading up, 3 Max to the outside. Oh, and there he's down. Bypass, she's down. Bypass crashed out there. Gave Aigioni a bit of a nudge as well on going past. And now 3 Max left in front, but having hit the front is wandering around quite noticeably. Bypass's rider Ben French Davis to his feet okay. The horse looks okay too, as they now leave the back straight with 3 Max in front from Walk of No Shame in second. Sniper Point in third, and then Stop Her and Go, travelling fine, back in 4th place. In 5th is Aigioni, followed then by Beautiful Surprise. Blue Anchor and Lady Amy are still the 2 at the back end of the field, as 3 Max holds a 5 lengths lead, turning in towards the home straight. They have a very long run before they get to the second last, but 3 Max has pinched an interesting lead over Walk of No Shame. 3rd position, still improvement from Stop Her and Go in the black and yellow colours, followed then by Aigioni. Sniper Point is fading away seemingly, tamely as well. Beautiful Surprise tries to plug on. 3 Max has come right back to them now, and Walk of No Shame has come back to share the lead. In behind those, though, in 3rd is Stop Her and Go with every chance. Aigioni's back in 4th, and they're clear of Blue Anchor. Racing now down towards the last flight of hurdles. Walk of No Shame in front. Stop Her and Go. The danger, though, as 3 Max is back in 3rd place. The final flight. Stop Her and Go landed alongside Walk of No Shame. Stop Her and Go. Paul O'Brien going to topple the favourite, is she? Walk of No Shame trying to rally, but can't fight back. Stop Her and Go is the winner from Walk of No Shame. Aigioni 3rd, 3 Max in 4th place.
Stop Her and Go, successful in her second race and caused a little bit of a surprise. Pulled up at Fosslas on her hurdles debut and has travelled into the race really strongly in the hands of Paul O'Brien. Stop Her and Go getting the better of Walk of No Shame in second, and the Journo will be back in 3rd place at number 3. So yes, a big surprise, 40-1 for Stop Her and Go. And Walk of No Shame really keen. John Joe really struggling early to keep a lid on her, but just had nothing really to offer in the closing stages over the last. Stop Her and Go just got a lovely toe into the race and has actually responded very, very nicely in the hands of Paul O'Brien to take our second race of the afternoon. So I'm sure Connections will be absolutely delighted, and you can just see, Tom, the smile on Paul O'Brien's face.
Yeah, and quite rightly. And second start for Claire Harris, and job very much done. Claire trains in Devon. That's 5th of the season from shy of 30 runners. Nice enough strike rate. And at this point, Megan, Stop Her and Go is a little bit behind the lead, which changed here. There were a few guessing at them, weren't they? And Bypass came down there. Both Horse and Ben French Davis up okay, thankfully.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how Bypass fell, because she didn't deserve to, because she didn't really make much of a mistake, just buckled on landing. But we saw plenty of them showing inexperience and were pretty novice-y over their hurdles, including the favourite Walk of No Shame, who was very novice-y at a couple of obstacles. But Paul O'Brien's got a great position in behind the favourite, and effectively he's tried to track the most fancied runner the whole way through.
Yeah, at this point, you've got a leader that's a way out in front now. I didn't know if 3 Max was just karting a bit, because when Kian Chester and 3 Max came round the outside, it looked as though the horse, she was just going a good bit faster than perhaps Kian wanted to. Maybe that's come to pass later on. Yeah,
I think she was pretty keen in the first couple of furlongs for sure, and pulled away from sort of towards the rear right up to the front. So she's done too much too soon. Look, no excuses for the favourite. A little bit novice-y, but ultimately no excuses.
She got warm, didn't she?
She did get warm. She's done that previously. You can see her there still running around a bit into her obstacles, but I just thought she would have enough sort of ability to get away with it, to be honest. But the eventual winner has travelled into it well, and a huge step forward, having pulled up on stable debut, having also bled. So, fair play. Claire Harris has obviously found the tricks with her, and potentially changed her routine at home a little bit to help avoid that bleeding. And you know, she's won like well enough in the end, and she's come from a pointing background, so potentially will stay further in time also.
Yeah, just looking at where she's come from, she wasn't sold back in 2020 at 9, and then gone pointing subsequent to that, and Claire's picked her up, and she did that really professionally, I thought, as you say, particularly having led last time and been pulled up and been very, very well, she was 100 to 1, so she wasn't disappointing necessarily, but she looked straightforward enough there. I thought the notable disappointment was Sniper Point, who's finished out the back of the TV a bit. They'll be disappointed with that.
Yeah, I think so. You know, we weren't sure about, you know, her mark beforehand and where she really stands, but clearly 119 is too high.
Yeah, well, she'll come down a bit there, hopefully. Stopper and Go, the winner, though, of race number 2 at Wincanton for Paul O'Brien and Claire Harris. 40 to 1 beats Walker No Shame, 4 to 7 favourite, and Igiorni